and today I'll be going over my home studio recording area and kind of list all of the items that I think are essential. I'm also going to be showing you the different types of things that I use in my recording setup. The different models and how much they were and how I use them and how much I like them. Yeah, and if I want to upgrade them in the future. So I'm super excited, so let's get on to the video. Having an organized space to work in really helps you not lose everything, because working with electronics you tend to have a lot of small adapters and cords and thumb drives and things that just tend to go missing while you're staring right at them. Alright, number one, the interface. The interface is super important. So here's a very quick rundown on how to use this interface. So you connect it to a computer using a USB, you plug your guitar, keyboard, whatever, you plug it into this one. If it has a 1/4 inch cable, you plug it into here. You can also plug your 1/4 inch into here, however, this one is also used for microphones. So if you use a mic, do that. If you have a condenser microphone and you're recording through a condenser, you want to turn on this 48 volts, so it works. And yeah, that's the quick rundown. The only problem I had with the M-Audio M-Track 2X2 was that the output for the monitors were a 1/4 inch cable, and I personally thought that was a bit annoying just because my monitors aren't that. However, you just have to make sure before you get the interface that it is compatible with your monitors if you have any. This is one of the smaller M-Audio interfaces. However, I think it has the perfect amount of ins and outputs for the level of recording that I'm doing. So definitely do your research on that. I got this interface on an Amazon M-Audio bundle. I actually recommend these bundles. They're a great starter kit, even though over the years you will have to replace the mic and the headphones just because they're not the best quality. It's a great place to start. M-Audio has also come out with a new version of this interface. I think they added Air onto it. I'm not entirely sure how it's different, but I would definitely do your research into that because maybe you would like the newer version. I will probably not be upgrading this just because I think it's perfect as it is. It works. So yeah, I might upgrade to a bigger version with more inputs after I go to college. However, I don't think it's necessary right now. Unless I'm a klutz and drop it. Alright, on to number two. This piece of equipment is probably the most versatile instrument I have. And I know it looks like it's small, it's a great travel instrument as well. However, you can play the bass, synths, drums, brass, other instruments, strings. You can play so much on this little tiny thing. This can turn your song into a full song with a full band. This is the one thing that I have that doesn't go through my interface because you just plug it directly into your computer. And it has a sustain pedal, which is nice, so if you want to hold out the notes. I love the size of this instrument because when you go on a road trip or whatnot, you can connect it to an iPad or your computer and you can still write songs and play music in the car, in the back seat if you want. Instead of backseat driving, play some music. However, even though the size is my favorite thing, was one of my favorite things about it, it's also one of the things I like least about it, just because while I'm recording, trying to shove my hands on this tiny keyboard is actually really frustrating. Often you have to play the bass part separately from your higher part. However, its pros totally outweigh that one con. Sorry, I dropped my phone, so everything is kind of now angled wrong. Anyway, but this third item is probably one of my favorites. It's also the least necessary, but it's the most fun. It's also the most expensive. I say it's the least necessary just because with other things that are available, like Logic Drummer and the Akai MIDI, it's not as necessary to have this item. That being said, I personally think that having the feeling of learning another instrument while playing your song instead of using programmed drums is so much better. I don't know, it's just a lot more satisfying. I think it gives the music a more human feel to it. However, it's not the same as an actual drum kit. The sounds are the best it can be. However, it's not going to sound like an actual drum kit. However, because it's not an actual drum kit, it has a lot of pros that are different, being like it's much easier to record than an acoustic drum kit. It's also more customizable because you can change all your sounds in your kit and you can add reverb and whatnot. You can change the volume, and it's much easier to edit in Logic or whatever DAW you use. We got this at the Boston Guitar Center after going to Berkeley 5-week program. The drum kit was on a Black Friday sale, so I got it for much less than it actually was. Right now in Guitar Center, it's about $540, which is super expensive. I think that I got it for $300, so look out for sales. Guitar Center has a lot of them. But on a lighter note, it's also fun to just jam to the Buffy soundtrack on them, or Mamamoo. Quarantine has really changed my music taste. Like, I used to listen to Ben Platt, The Aces, We're Curious, and now I'm listening to the Buffy soundtrack and K-pop, like, on repeat. So, just kind of embarrassing, actually. And now we're on for the microphone. I feel like I've said every single item on this list is the most important item, but the microphone really is a very important item. So this here is the Audio-Technica headphone that I got off of Amazon. I unfortunately do not know the model name. However, I'm sure if you just look it up on Amazon and you find the one that's $100 and not $2,000, this one will pop up. This is on the cheaper end of microphones, even though it still is expensive. It's $100. However, it is a great microphone and it's completely worth it. This might have been my most impulsive buy just based on that I really don't know much about headphones. However, these are the Audio-Technica M50X Bluetooth closed-back studio monitoring headphones. And they're absolutely incredible. The sound is so clear. They're great for recording and mixing. Yeah, these headphones are really all you need when you don't have monitors. Something about these headphones which is nice is that the aux is replaceable, so you can just use any aux cord and substitute it in for the one that it comes with. One con about these headphones is that the buttons for the Bluetooth, like play, pause, skip, and whatnot, are in a really odd area, so it's kind of hard to press them if you're not looking at them. However, the sound totally makes up for it, and yeah. Another odd kind of fact about these headphones is that they're compatible with Siri. I don't know if that's important to you. It wasn't super important to me. It's compatible with Siri and other virtual assistants and stuff, but there's a little bit more about the headphones. Alright, and then you have your keyboard, and your keyboard is not something... Hello, kitty. Hi. Smokey. Can I have a kitty break? Alright, anyway, so I usually wouldn't include a recording. I can't think. There's cat hair in my mouth. I usually wouldn't include a keyboard on my list. However, recently I've been using it a lot more for recordings, and honestly I write a lot of songs on it, and so without your keyboard there wouldn't be any songs to record. And it's really helpful for producing. It can help you make up harmonies and a ton of other stuff. Here's my trusty keyboard. I originally got this to add another aspect to my live performances by not being stuck on one instrument, but because there are very few shows that are happening right now, because of the pandemic, I mostly have been using it to record. So the pros about recording on this keyboard is that your hands aren't squished and the keyboard actually has some really nice sounds. The con about production and recording with this keyboard is that there are so many buttons and none of them are pads. This keyboard is a super strong keyboard as well. It's gone to a ton of gigs since middle school actually, and it's been dropped and it's lived through all of it. And yeah, so this is a Yamaha keyboard. I got it from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. However, keyboard isn't my main instrument. I don't know too much about it. So here's a short snippet of a silly song that I wrote on the piano. I miss most over this quarantine. Well, that's not my best friend and it's been bothering me. So what do I miss most over this quarantine? Well, it's gotta be that red boba tea. Not a morning person, but I wake up at 7 a.m. My mind on the sofa, I head straight back to bed. before I start ending this video, I'm going to give an honorable mention to the iRig Pro. And the iRig is like a mini interface. It's great if you want to record things outside or while you're traveling. It connects to your phone and iPad. So if you remember back to the Akai Mini, and that also records on your iPad. So if you have your iPad GarageBand, which is free, and a mic and the iRig, you're pretty much set for a basic recording. Another thing that's really good with the iRig is it's great for Zoom shows and Facebook Live shows, which is really popular right now just because we can't have live shows. If you plug it into your amp, and then plug it into your computer and then go on Facebook Live or Zoom, it just helps the sound be more clear and less crackly and gross. Hopefully I'll have another live show at some point, and I'll just maybe take you through the steps of how to use the iRig and how to connect it to Facebook and Zoom and all that fun stuff to make it into a great live show. The adapter, it's about $30 to connect the Akai Mini to your iPad. Here's some advice for just on kind of the random side of things. Get a pair of blue light glasses. They're about 20 bucks, and your eyes don't hurt as much after spending like 16 hours mixing or recording something, because you are staring at a screen for hours. I've been spending way too much time on TikTok. I bought some of those strip lights. And because I'm really immature, I'm going to stop this here and say that looks like a menstrual cup. The only problem I had was I didn't know where to put the lights. However, everything else was super simple. I think the outcome turned out really good. I really love the lights, I really love the sign, and of course my desk is already disorganized. Alright, I would also love to collab with a lot of people. Some of the collaborations I'm thinking about are kind of like digital art, maybe making a music video for you. I can record some stuff, I'll write music with you, and I just want to collaborate with as many people as possible by the end of this summer. Oh my god, my cat is so cute. She's so cute. I closed the door so she can't get out though. I will have to go do that. What was I doing? I want to collab with people, if I didn't mention that already. Alright, I'll put some ways to contact me in the description or on the screen or wherever I decide to put it. Alright, thank you for watching. Peace out. I'm so glad you watched this far. I'm shocked that I managed to edit this far and that you are seeing this right now. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more. I will post more. And remember that I'm not a professional at this. I'm just someone who wants to do it professionally. And I hope you like this video and it inspires you to go record some music. And people tell me I rub my nose weirdly. No.